It's Michael again, and today I'll be going through the steps of changing the oil in a vehicle. But before I can do that, I need to go get some fresh oil and a filter from the local automotive store. When I can do work on my own vehicle, that saves me money, and I can put the attention and detail in there too. It's always worth it. After the motor in a vehicle has driven for about 3,000 miles, it is recommended the owner takes it in for a routine oil change, but this can be expensive and often time consuming. If you're not a mechanically inclined person, you may not know how much oil to buy or what kind, even at that. But most automotive stores, even the small ones, will have a data research center that will help you to make the right choices on what to buy. Now that you possess all the necessary replacement products and tools, it's time to get your hands dirty. Now, it's time to move your vehicle into a good, clean, work-friendly environment. Once you have moved the vehicle, you should let it set for about 15 minutes to let the oil and the motor oil cool down a little bit so it doesn't burn you. After the motor is cooled, slide under the vehicle with a drainage pan and remove the oil drain plug. And now with the hood open, locate the oil filter. It will look like a little canister on the side of your motor, kinda. And use the oil filter wrench to loosen the filter from the motor. You don't have to take it completely off with the filter wrench because it'll be kind of just hand tight, so you can just unscrew it then. Once the old oil and filter is removed, you can remove the pan from under the motor and dispose of the oil in an eco-friendly environment, preferably, or just don't enter in the environment. After all of the old oil is taken care of, slide back under the vehicle and return the drain plug into its original position in the oil pan of the motor. If you don't do this, all the oil that you just bought will run out the bottom, and you can't replace that. You're gonna have to buy more. It's about the only way you can do it. And now that you've returned that plug, you can put the new filter on. But before you put the filter on, you need to fill it with oil first. It's just something I've always learned. I'm not 100% sure why, but that's just what I've always been taught. And put it in the place where you remove the old one from. After the filter has been returned, use the oil filter wrench to tighten the filter back into place. If it's not tight, oil can leak from around the filter, causing it to lose oil pressure, which isn't good for your motor. Now that all else is in place, it is time to pour in new oil. Remove the oil fill cap from the top of the motor, which it should be clearly labeled engine oil fill. Use a funnel to pour all of the new oil into the motor without making a mess. Make sure the funnel is clean though to prevent debris from entering the motor. Once all of the oil is in the motor, you can remove the funnel. Now pull the dipstick from its position to check the new oil level. If the new oil level is fine, like in the safe spot, it should be great to run and everything, but if it's low, you need to add oil, because if you don't have enough oil in your motor, it'll burn up the motor and you're gonna have a lot more than just the cost of oil to put in there. And now that all the work is done, it is time to sit back, relax, and not worry for another 3,000 to 4,000 miles. I hope that all these steps have been described thoroughly enough so that you don't make any mistakes when changing your own oil. Whether it be a professional or a businessman, anybody can do this.